Okay, here's a quick look at the emini S&P for Thursday, October the 13th, 2011 through the eyes of emini day trader. We're looking at the market profiles here. This is what occurred today, yesterday. The one in the middle here is what occurred overnight. And we had mentioned that we were looking at potentially, or just below the low of the day as potential support. And it did trade in here for a long time overnight and then finally let go of it later in the overnight session. Bounced a little bit here and then opened here for the regular trading hours. Our next levels down were potentially at 93 and then down around 86. And you can see the market got down to 85 here in the regular trading hours and then turned around, had a relatively strong close, backed off a little bit off of the high, but a relatively strong close up there in the 97 area. So a bit of a pause still. We've still got the major resistance is still around 14. That's 12.14, and we have backed off since we hit it yesterday, although certainly not by an incredible margin, or in my opinion, in a strong way. So I would not be surprised if the market has a follow through higher, either overnight or tomorrow. And tomorrow there is some fairly important news to be released. There's retail sales and import and export data to be released at 8:30 a.m. That's an hour before the RTH opens. And then at 9:55, and then we have consumer sentiment, and then 5 minutes later we have business inventory. So that consumer sentiment can certainly it can move the market. So something to be aware of come early trade during the RTH tomorrow. We also like to use our market profiles from just the regular trading hours. So you're looking at the profiles from just this week right there, and here's our software today showing our trades, and the first trade we had was a long trade right here. We actually got filled here and it rallied 3 points in our favor, worked nicely. We had a couple long trades here. Unfortunately, we got stopped on them as the market had a quick sell-off, kind of a surprise sell-off in through here. We had a short trade that worked out well just after that, moving 3 points in our favor. After that reaction though, or that movement lower, when it traded in here and stalled and came back up here, I think that's another indication that it's likely to continue higher from this point. Although certainly coming back down into the 93, 94 area is a very real possibility and something that we'll continue to monitor. But the immediate resistance is basically today's high, and we'll look at that perhaps being tested overnight, and then at the other levels that we had mentioned, most notably all the way up to 12.14. Areas above that, 12.20 and then 12.24. Areas below 93, 94 area actually do come back down to our support that we had today in around the 85 area. So that's really what we're looking at. Any questions or comments, please get a hold of us. We're always happy to answer your questions or just to read your feedback. So we can be reached at info@eminidaytrader.com. And other than that, that'll be it. So thanks for watching the video, and we will see you again tomorrow.